pleasure to be here this morning, and I was told to talk about PPP, private-public partnership. I think this is the most jinxed mnemonic in India as far as healthcare is concerned. Ever since I got into healthcare 30 years ago, I've been hearing about PPP, and I'm yet to find a model which is perfect in all shapes and which is sustainable and viable. When you sit back and think why we've not been able to make PPP successful the way they should be, the reason is very simple. In a PPP model, or for that model, it might matter in any model, unless all the stakeholders are taken care of, and unless all the stakeholders find it sustainable, and unless all the stakeholders find it viable, it's not going to be a model which is going to succeed. The basic flaw is the three P's: public and private, and then the partnership. I think there's a fourth P which is missing, which is basically the primary stakeholder in the whole thing, which is the people. So unless the people are included into this and it becomes a 4P rather than a 3P mnemonic, it's never going to work. Because the major beneficiary in this whole model is going to be the public. So I would urge all those who are going to follow to speak on the way we can include the people and make them the primary beneficiaries and keep that in mind. As a health system which has been probably the oldest and the largest in the country, Apollo Hospital, we would have worked in the highest number of PPP models over the years. I'd like to share a few experiences that we've had. There was a hospital in a Tier 3 city in one of the states in South India, which was built by the government by funding from OPEC countries, but they could not open it, they could not run it. So we were taken in as partners and we were asked to run it. We were doing very well. The people in the locality, in the region were doing very well. They had access to quality control. For getting a tertiary care or getting let's say a bypass surgery, they had to travel 500 kilometers to get a bypass surgery, but now they were getting it at their doorstep. Very soon the government changed, and the new government decided that the PPP is not worth it, and they decided to take it over and run it as a public institution. And what happened very quickly is a tertiary care institution became a secondary care and then followed by a primary care institution, and it is struggling to run now. So for certain initiatives to sustain, you need to make sure that there is a continuity in policy, and policy makes a huge difference in what is happening. Then, I spoke about tertiary care and the PPP. Now there is a state again in South India which said primary care is very essential and the responsibility of primary care is that of the government. So it outsourced all the private healthcare centers, public healthcare centers, PHCs, to a private party and asked them to run it. We ran them, they were doing extremely well. From an outpatient of about an average of 3 outpatients per PHC, it went up to 40 PHCs, 40 outpatients per PHC on an average in that particular state. And there again the government changed. Once the government changed, again the policy changed, and now it is a struggling model. So unless the policy is consistent and provides for continuity of what is happening, it's not going to happen. Another example which I would like to give is the former dead President of India, Dr. Abdul Kalam, had a dream of building a hospital for the defense personnel, especially the scientists. So he built the hospital. For 5 years they could not open it because it was not their core competence. Then we were called in and we started running that hospital. And today it's a very successful model because not only do the people of the defense labs and the defense personnel get care there, but the care is provided to people in the surrounding areas also, and it's become a good center of excellence in that particular area. So here the policies have been consistent, the systems have been consistent, and it's been now 15 years since we've been running that hospital, and it's been a very highly successful PPP model. We just now saw about the different schemes being rolled out. Each state has more than one healthcare scheme. Arogyashri, then we have the Ayushman Bharat coming in. We have a lot of schemes coming in. And here again, for these schemes to succeed, the 4 Ps are critical. Unless all the 4 Ps, private, public, and people partnership is there, they're not going to succeed. I'm not too sure about the public and the people, but I can tell you as a private care provider, there is not enough buy-in from the private sector into the schemes because of the way the pricing structure is and the payment models are structured at this point of time. We've been promised that it's going to change, and if it does change, you will see a successful model, and the vision and the dream of the Prime Minister will come true. But unless all the stakeholders are again aligned and find it viable, it's not going to work. And I'm not saying this just like that, I'm saying this based on experience. But the reason why all these schemes become relevant and probably crucial for this country is we're going to be struck by a tsunami of non-communicable diseases. Your heart attacks, cancer, strokes, accidents, they're on the increase all the time. And we are currently, both the private and the public sector together, spending about 3.9% of the GDP on healthcare. Even if you spend 50% of the GDP in healthcare in 10 years, you would not be able to treat all the illness that is coming into the country. So that's a major disaster in the waiting unless we wake up now and take steps to make sure that we do not get into that situation. And for that, there's another P formula, again the 4 Ps, which is the preventive medicine. Second is the predictive medicine with AI and a lot of technology which is coming. Predictive medicine has become possible now. Proactive care. Reactive care is always much more expensive. People talk about tertiary care hospitals being very expensive, high-end treatment being very expensive and stuff like that. But little do people realize that if you come in, let's say with this cancer, if you come in at the first stage 1 of the cancer, if you're diagnosed and treated, it costs very little. But when you come in at stage 3 or stage 4, it costs that much more, and the outcomes are extremely poor. So there's no point in complaining that treatment is becoming very expensive. It is important for us to understand that we need to be proactive about our health, make sure that we are able to prevent illness, and if we cannot prevent, at least make sure that it's diagnosed early and treated proactively. The last thing which is coming up is precision medicine, that again with all the technology that is coming, precision medicine is becoming more and more helping in personalized medicine. What is the right form of treatment for me with the same disease may not be the right form of treatment for somebody else with the same disease. And we're seeing more and more of that happen where medicine is becoming more personalized. So these 4 Ps are going to change the way the world is going to look at medicine. And India needs to look at all these 4 Ps along with the first 4 Ps to be able to make a difference and to prevent a disaster that is waiting. If we don't wake up and if we don't do it, we will all be drowned in the illness, and this illness is not going to spare the country. And any number of Ayushman Bharat schemes or any other schemes are not going to help us. And added to this, technology is playing a big part. And as technology, science and the rest of the things are trying to find new ways of treating, better ways of treating, faster ways of treating, nature is finding new challenges for us. We thought that we were able to do a CABG in India. Then we thought we were able to discharge a CABG patient on the 7th day. Today we are talking about a minimally invasive CABG where the patient is discharged the same day. While we are doing that on one side, nature is throwing up new challenges which you need to find answers for. Coronavirus, nobody expected that, and it is all over the world now. It's impacting not just healthcare, it's impacting the economy, the social status of the communities. So these new challenges are going to keep coming up, and the only thing that as usually is said is change is constant, and unless we change and we are prepared for this change, we are going to face a major problem. So let's prevent the problem, let's work together in the true spirit of the 4 Ps. Thank you.